Hi, welcome to this new unboxing and quick analysis of a new FPV racer. A new Chinese FPV racer. This is a Longing LY-250 and you have two editions, the Dark Knight or the Red Bee. I've got the Red Bee. So this package comes with a very nice cardboard style, very beautiful one. Okay, everything is here and it's everything scale more than 2 kilos, okay, 2.6 kilos. So let's open the box. Okay, let's open it. So first, from protecting everything, an instruction manual, very nice papers, well, double side, where you can find the different split diagram, the different characteristics of the birds. For example, the camera is only a 420 TBL, okay. And the other side, you can find some radio transmitter informations as well as additional and how to harm. And the last is the switchy associated with the 3 flight mode available: some horizon, medium, and pure acro mode. Okay. So first of all, some triple blades props, okay. There are 50-40, so 5-inch props, triple blades, different color, that's great. This is the FPV monitor mount, okay. The radio, branded by Longing, but is nothing else than the Fly Sky radio, okay, that's pretty good. You have a two-way switch here, a two-way another here, switch B, 2 pots, okay, here. Switch C for the flight mode is a 3-way, another 2-way, and on the rear you have 2 other here. One novelty versus the classic Fly Sky radio, you have here a power plug here to power your FPV monitor with the same battery. Okay, that's pretty good, but everything is the same as the Fly Sky. Okay, if you turn on everything, okay, you have this radio with this nice LCD. And the one nice features introduced by Longing is how to power. They provide some very large 3.7 volt batteries, rated each of them 2500 milliampere. You will see that it's the same for the quadcopter. Okay, so they gave to us the transmitter batteries. That's pretty cool. But also you will find the FPV monitors. It's a 7-inch model, okay, and you will need to power these FPV monitors on the radio, a main power button, and here you have an RP-ACMA connector if I'm not wrong. Okay, different menus we will see later. We will find here probably a system to lock a camera. This system is to install on the top of the quadcopter, okay, more a GoPro clone camera, action camera, okay. You have the charger associated with this power unit. The power unit is delivering only 4.2 volts up to 2 ampere. And it's welcoming this type of batteries, okay, ion type, okay. You can find also in this small hole front cover. For example, you can remove very easily the FPV module. So, in order to close your front part of your quadcopter. You will find a bind plug for your radio, okay, and the knobs to install, to screw on your transmitter, okay. Finally, here is the quadcopter. Well, I will of course present in more details this quadcopter in a few instants, but there is also some other items. this antenna, okay, kind of planar, okay, to be installed on the FPV monitors. Okay, 2 screwdriver, well, one, and one. This one is more a neck screwdriver, and again a set of 2 blade props. There are 5-inch to 56. Sorry. So if you want, you prefer to install some 5-inch 3 blades or 6-inch 2 blades. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's focus now more on the LY-250, the red bees. So first of all, everything in plastic, in this kind of new nylon material, seems pretty solid, but it's in plastic. As you can see, it's curved, it's drilled, so I guess to reduce some weight, but not to also decreasing the robustness of this system. But everything is plastic. Motors are branded by Longing. There are some 22 type, 2204 to be exact. Props caps are either counterclockwise or clockwise, depend to the motors. Let's focus on the bottom side. Here you can find the video transmitter. You have directly the 5.8 GHz linear antenna attached, and the good news, I will see it's possible to remove it. You have the battery bay. You just need to open it to access to the batteries. Okay, so this is the same type of battery that the transmitter. Be aware when you remove it. Okay, this is the positive pole and the negative one, and you have a small sign plus. Okay, inside the battery bay. Okay, I hope you can see if it's written plus here, and the other side the plus is here. Okay, so don't be wrong when you insert your battery if you don't want to cook your quadcopter. Locking the battery bay. For me, the battery bay locking system seems a little bit fragile. Okay, not sure it will resist to a hard crash. Here you have the main power switch. Okay, you have to slide on the left, and you have the voltage indicated. That's pretty good. And you have only these LEDs. Okay, no other LEDs installed on the quadcopter, so not really possible to do some night flying. Okay, I'm not a great fan of this power switch. It's a pure mechanical switch. I'm afraid versus time or with a crash it will be a damage, but luckily there is a way to bypass it. So you can see that the motors are attached through this cable, and here you can find this system to remove the top canopy part. You have to turn on to the left or the right like this and to pull it. Okay, and then you can access to the main under the canopy. You have all the electronics. So the main black here is the main PDB with the 4-in-1 ESC. Okay, so this is the voltage regulator part here, and these are the 2 front motors ESC there. You can notice that they are attached, motor are attached through connectors, so it will be easy to do the maintenance. Well, okay, but you can notice that the arms and the main bottom body are in unique structure, so it means that you will need to replace all the bottom structure if you break arms. That's a drawback. So it means that you will have to remove this main black electronic board. You will need to remove 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's not so hard. Let's continue to describe. Here you have the main contouring board. Okay, it's probably an Atom CC3D board. I managed to connect it to OpenPilot, but the leveling and the gyroscope information was displayed, but not all the information. And here on the front part, you can insert by gently pushing this cable via a micro USB cable. You can insert a micro USB cable to your computer. So you can see that the arrow is located on the right, meaning that the board is flipped to 90 degrees. let's continue. Under the flying controlling board, you can find the receiver. You have two antennas, so it's a FlySky model with diversity system. Here are the two 2.4 GHz antenna installed like this. Okay. And as I said, on front, I cannot find any switch to set the video frequency. So let's pull on the like this slide, and you can extract the FPV camera. So you can find here the 200 milliwatts, assumed to be 200 milliwatts module. It's directly plugged, so it's pretty easy to change it, and you can tilt, as you can see, you can tilt the camera orientation, at least with some positive angle. That's pretty good. And the field of view of the associated camera is around at least 100 degrees, so it's good. Okay, it's not a narrow field, it's not too wide also, so it's pretty cool. And to reinsert, you have to gently slide the module like this. So if you don't want this FPV module, you can replace, okay, disconnect from the FPV connector and insert instead this front part. That's a good idea. There is also a video showing that if you're not a great fan of this technology of LiPo, they are announced to be only 8C of discharge rate, so probably not very punchy for a racer. You have a mode to install a LiPo battery, and the basic idea is to connect an external XT60 connector rotating here. Here are the main pad here. Okay, so this is the, I guess, the negative pad, and this one the positive. Just need to remove these two screws, okay, and to attach your lead connector there, and you will be able to bypass everything. Well, you have a 4-in-1 ESC. It means that if one of them is crashing, you will have to change all the board. I don't have any information about the ESC, but this quadcopter is supporting 4S voltage, so I think it should be at least around 15 or 20 ampere per ESC. That's pretty cool. Okay. Now let's reinstall the canopy. So it's pretty easy. Okay, like this, and reinstall. Okay, now I will give the weight of this quadcopter. So I will use this box as support. Okay. I hope you will be able to see. So out of the box, without the props, it's 400 grams. So let's say you have to add something with a 6-inch prop. So it's less than 420, should be 410 grams for all the system. It's okay, but the main question is how will be robust this nylon material structure. Okay, even everything is molded with a hard crash. This quadcopter, especially if you pour it with 4S LiPo, it's announced to run at more than 110 kilometers. So really, I got some doubt that the front arm will resist to such crash. Okay, even if they announced to make some tests, basic crash tests about 10,000 times, I don't really believe in these numbers. But I think it should be okay to absorb moderate crash within 30, 40 kilometers, okay, but a very frontal crash, I don't think it will survive to anything. The FPV camera should be more or less protected by the front part, that's good, okay. So as I say, the video transmitter, you have a linear antenna directly soldered on the video transmitter. For me, it's a drawback. Why not install a MioPX micro FL connector and to install more a real 5.8 GHz antenna? I think it will be possible to solder a real connector on this one, but you don't have any deep switch to select the video frequency. So the default one is the A8 frequency, so it's 5880 MHz. Okay, and now I will show how to, for example, install the FPV monitors on this quadcopter. Okay, so let's focus on the transmitter. You have this FPV support, okay, and let's take the FPV monitors. So first of all, you will have to remove this screw here. It's pretty easy to install it. Okay, and gently connect install the FPV and reinstall the screw like this. So it's take a couple of seconds to attach it. Pretty easy. Okay, this one end should be more or less okay, and it's done like this. So now it's okay, and just need to clips to your favorite transmitter or the associated transmitter, and you can select also the angle. That's pretty cool, and just need to connect the power cord, and voila, it's done. So as soon as you will turn the transmitter, okay, you have the video signal appearing. As you can see, a blue screen, it means that the firmware associated with the FPV screen is not flashed with the FPV friendly firmware. That's a real drawback. Okay, so let's see now how this monitor is rendering. For me, the angle of view is not fantastic. Okay, you have maybe 30-40 degree maximum, and before to lost a lot of brightness and visibility. So let's now turn on the I will first install the FPV antenna, okay, and let's turn on the FPV quadcopter to see how the quality of the FPV signal. Okay, so I will turn on the quadcopter without props to be more safe. I will turn on the transmitter, and you can see you have the image. Of course, you have a protection limiting a little bit maybe the visibility, but if I remove it, the brightness is still here. Okay, maybe an improvement in the visibility. In the menu, you can select the brightness, the contrast, the color. I decrease the color value. Okay, it was a little bit. You have different language and different formats. Okay, and you can rotate also the display, reset everything. This one is to flip the current FPV monitors, okay, and return to the normal mode. I can compare with the probably a better FPV monitor, the Homeway. Okay, we turn on it. Okay, and you can see the difference of image between the two one. On this one, you don't have any striped line here. Maybe you can see. Okay, here they are not visible, so I don't know if it's associated with the internal video receiver or this one is a little bit filtering the video signal. Anyway, so as I said, the video signal is set on the A8 frequency. So here is the quadcopter, you can see both. The light sensitivity is in the average, okay. It's okay, but the field of view is not bad at all. You have at least 120 degree of field of view. So in terms of power, you have a 200 milliwatts video transmitter, okay, and it's pretty cool. No possibility to record anything, signal on the quadcopter or either on the FPV signal monitors. You don't have any deep switch. Okay, I'm checking. No deep switch to set the frequency. That's bad news. But you have a V1 or V2 source, but you don't have any other input possibility. So maybe it's internal the electronics. They removed the possibility to have how to have it inside. Okay, so let's focus how to charge the internal battery. So as I said previously, be aware you have the polarities. So for when you have the quadcopter up to you, the right batteries I got these positive polarities on top, and the left one is the positive is bottom. So you have to retrieve them. Okay, and be aware with your charger. the positive, you have the sign positive and positive, like this, and here positive and positive. You can see that you have a red LEDs here appearing when you're charging, and it's turning to green as soon as you will finish to charge. Okay, so now we will try to see how to configure what is to plug the Longing LY-250, okay, to open pilot. So first remove the top canopy part, and as I said previously, you have the USB micro connector port there, okay, installed in front. So you will need such cable. There one is not provided, so you have to give yours and to plug gently on the port like this, and it's okay. And I will run the OpenPilot software, okay, and try to connect on the computer. And after a few seconds, okay, you will see that after installing the driver, you have a connection. So if you go to configurations, or I don't know, some here, you can see that in practice the quadcopter is responding to the movement, okay. But if you go to firmware, no really official link there, so no information about the actual bootloader and so on. So it's a little bit strange. So maybe it's not fully compatible with OpenPilot, or there is an proprietary firmware installed on. Okay. Anyway, so it's still under investigation. Okay, let's have a first conclusion about this Longing FY-250. So it's a basic RTF quadcopter, including 420 TVL camera, FPV camera. The good news, you can tune the lens orientation. That's pretty cool. You can remove easily the FPV module, maybe to install more NHD format camera combo. Okay. Everything is in plastic, okay, from the top canopy up to the arm. I would say that the main problem, and I would say advantage in the same time, that all the arms as well the bottom part of the body is inside the same unique body frame, okay, so body structure. So it means that as soon as you will break arms, not so easily, you will have to replace all the bottom part, okay. So the real first open question is about the availability of spare parts, okay. The landing gears seems well, okay, but I think the system they will break, especially in this central part, okay. What I like is how easy is to access to the internal part. Just remove the canopy, and here you have a strong 4-in-1 ESC board, okay, supporting up to 4S. That's definitely a good point. Motors are easy to swap, okay, just disconnect the connector there. You have Atom mini CC3D board, okay, and with the USB plug here. There is no official software, no, the OpenPilot software installed by default. I don't know, maybe it's a proprietary one, so for me it's a first drawback. Here you can find the bind plug on the lateral side, but everything, the electronics seems pretty clean, so that's a good point. What I also like is on the bottom side you have an LCD display displaying the current voltage, so it's a good point to see when you will divide in small tour your FPV flight to see the amount of voltage remaining. And you have also a buzzer installed, so I hope, I will check that in the mid-flight, that as soon as you will reach the lower voltage, this buzzer will emit some beeps, or well, at least you can, thanks to a switch on the radio, activate this buzzer. I will check that point. Well, what I didn't really like is you have this linear antenna installed, directly soldered on the video transmitter module, and you cannot set the video frequency. Okay, so it's actually tuned to the A8 frequency, so 5880 megahertz by default. I hope also that the batteries, okay, are strong enough to at least to offer some little bit some sporty attitude. I've got some feeling that it won't be enough, but it means that versus time you will have to replace these two battery by a real LiPo battery offering a more higher discharge rate. Containing the transmitter, okay, what I really like is the size. You have a nice LCD display, actually the transmitter voltage, and this one is also powered by two also strong batteries. It's a good idea to provide, and as well providing the amount of current for the FPV monitor. What I don't like on the FPV monitor, you have a blue screen, okay, so when you will lose your video signal, your FPV signal, this blue screen will appear. Is not very compatible with FPV flight in my point of view. So maybe there will be a way to flash the firmware, but I'm not sure because I don't see any USB connection. So, and what I don't like also, this one you cannot set also the default FPV frequency. Everything is in nice packaging, so the big open question are how solid will be this arm, okay, the availability of spare parts, and if there will be a way to at least change the video frequency. I think it's pretty easy to install a deep switch somewhere and to install a real micro FL FPV cable antenna, okay, in order to install a real I don't know, cloverleaf antenna somewhere. What I like also, they provide a small add-on to install, if you prefer, an HD camera on top. You have just need to clips like this, this camera mount, and after to attach your GoPro clone like this. So it was the first overview of this Longing LY-250. I will now perform some FPV flights, some demo flights, okay, and introduce some other conclusion. Okay, see you next time for another video. Bye bye.